Hi, I'm Eileen, and I'd like to welcome you to Get Creative at Home, brought to you by the Newburgh Free Library. Our project is to weave a cuff-style bracelet on a cardboard loom. This is a 5-step project that will be offered in a 5-video sequence. Step 1, gather your supplies. Step 2, make a cardboard loom. Step 3, warp the loom. Step 4, weave, weave, weave. And step 5, the finishing touches. So today, step 1 is collecting your supplies. So hopefully you will have these supplies at home. What you will need is cardboard for the loom. So I'll show you, it's good to have a piece of cardboard approximately this size. You're going to cut a smaller piece. That will be the loom. I can show you the size. That is going to look like this. So your cardboard will need to be at least 13 inches by 4 inches. Right, that's what you need, cardboard. You're going to need a ruler. All right, so we'll be doing some straight edge work and some measuring. You'll need scissors, a larger scissors if possible, but one like this size would be fine. You're going to need a needle. This would be ideal. It's a steel yarn needle. All right, it's, let's take a look at it. It's about maybe 2.5 to 3 inches long, 2 inches at least. 2 to 3 inches would be best. And it should have a needle. The eye of the needle should be wide so that you can fit yarn through the end. If you don't have a needle at home, that's fine. We have some other suggestions. If you have a paper clip, a 2-inch paper clip, a large 2-inch paper clip would be great. What we will do is turn that paper clip into a needle by stretching it out. All right, so that would work. If you don't have a 2-inch paper clip, a pen would work. All right, this is a nice smooth pen, and it has a clip on the end. This pen would be very good for weaving if you have one that's kind of like this. Don't use one that has a gripper on it, because the gripper will kind of get a little stuck in the warp. But smooth is good. If you don't have a pen like that, this would be fine. A round stick with a cap on it, that would work as well. So again, if you don't have a needle, a paper clip or a pen would work fine. Okay. If you have some yarn at home, that ideally you're going to need a ball of yarn around this size for the weft, which is the right to left of the weaving, or end. You'll need the about this much yarn for warping your loom. So this is the minimum amount that you would need. If you have a ball of yarn about this size at home, that's great. If you have something that looks like this, before you get started, so before we go to step 2 next time, just make sure that you roll it, okay, ball the yarn so that it's easiest to work with. All right, you're going to need about 15 yards of yarn. Again, it'll make a ball about this size. And for the warp, okay, this is a cotton, you're going to need 5.5 yards to make a ball about this size. If you have more, that's great. So you can pick, hopefully you'll have some yarn to choose from at home. If you don't have yarn, you might have twine. This twine would be ideal or for warping your loom. Okay, anything like this for warping the loom. And you could use ribbon instead of yarn. So this is a paper ribbon for wrapping a gift. You could use that for weaving, or you might have some fabric yarn, or even 1/2-inch strips of fabric would work for weaving. I can show you what that would look like. This is a wall hanging that I've been working on, but what I did is down at this end, your project's going to be about this wide, about 4 inches wide, 3 or 4 inches wide. This is what it looks like with yarn. This is what it would look like with a fabric ribbon. This is what it would look like with a paper ribbon. And then these are strips of fabric. So I just tore 1/2-inch strips to use. So if you don't have yarn, these are some other options for you, either ribbon or strips of fabric. Another thing that we'll need, it's not necessary, but it's nice to have a fork. That will also help when we are, using, once we get started with the weaving, this helps to kind of keep it all together. If you want to have a fork on hand, that would be great. Okay, but again, what you need is a piece of cardboard, about 13 inches by 4 inches, a ruler, a scissors, a needle or some substitute for a needle, and some yarn. Okay, so hopefully you can collect up the materials, and we will see you next time for step 2, where we'll be making a cardboard loom. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.